Got a knife review coming your way. Stay with me and we'll get right to it. Alright guys, top of the line training. I'm going to go ahead and do a review on the Jeff White 18th century trade knife. This is it on the belt, on the ring belt. Rides very comfortably. And pull her out. Basically, there it is. Sort of a roach belly there. I'd say that's probably about, I don't know how thick that is, 32 of an inch. I don't know. It's not very thick. Sort of resembles like a butcher knife, if you will, because that was a main carry of a lot of the long hunters of that time frame. But the knife itself, this particular one, feels really good in the hand. It's lightweight. I would use it as well as a self-defense knife, or you could, you know, if you're ran into a situation. But it's made of carbon steel. However, it doesn't rack off the sparks off the ferro rod very well. But still, and it's got a 90-degree spine on it, so I don't understand that. But it's very sharp. I've used it now. I've skinned several animals with it. A couple coyotes, fox, coon. Works very well for skinning and different tasks like that. So as far as right out of the box, if you will, like I said, I've had this now for about two months, I'm thinking, and I've used it since I got it. I've used it pretty, you know, just on a lot of different things, especially when I come to the woods. I break it out and do things with it. So stay with me. We'll do some feather sticks and do some other cutting tasks with it and see how it operates. All right, this is Ed, Top of the Line Training. We'll be back in a minute. All right, guys, Ed back with you, Top of the Line Training. I'm gonna do a little bit of feather stick. This piece of tulip poplar I found. A few pieces here, just see what I can do with it. It's a little thick, but it'll work. You can see here, it does shave the bark pretty well, or make those feathers, if you will. Get it on that stump there, give me a little leverage. I'm barely pushing that, really just riding through. This thing's very sharp. I took a stone to it. And you can also do the scrape using a 90-degree spine. A little bit more here. Get a look at that. Oops, let me back it off here. Alright, so you got some nice feathers there. I mean, you could do that all day long if you needed to. Back off here. And then a little bit of scraping here. It's hard to get the leverage off of that there, but you can see that right there. Little feather stick action. I mean, I see a lot of videos on people making feather sticks and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, there is a technique, I guess, for doing it. But to be honest with you, what I've found is when I use them, the more peelings you can get here of the feather, you know, the easier the wood's going to catch fire. But I mean, just by doing that right there, that's going to if you throw that in the fire, it's going to take off pretty fast and then get the wood burning. So anyway, another piece of Tula poplar. Everything is wet out here, soaking wet. It's been raining for the past couple days, plus before that, probably about 3 inches of snow, and then it snowed some more, I believe, yesterday down here. And so everything is wet. So anyway, this is a real thin knife, but if you take the right kind of wood and the size of the wood, the key thing, you can baton almost anything. So we'll just go down through this. Pretty simple. Main thing about batoning is don't beat the hell out of your knife, and it is a full tang knife. I'll go over that in a minute, but don't get wood too big that your knife can't handle. You know, so you get some people get like a 4-inch blade and they're trying to baton a big big piece of wood, like a 5 or 6 inch piece of wood. Not to say you couldn't do it, but I'm just saying it makes it tougher. Let's see, we in camera. I need to raise that up just a tad bit. Stay with me, guys. Here, let me adjust that camera right quick. All right, so going back to the batana. And then from there, you could even make more feather sticks. Brace that in there. See, doing a very good job on this wood, Tula poplar, soft wood anyway, and that's pretty much the key to really cutting with any wood. Besides having a good sharp knife, is you're doing things like this, getting soft wood, to make your feather sticks. And I'm just demoing the knife. I'm not trying to make a work of art of a feather stick. Main thing on your feather stick is you get the exposure needed to help get the wood fired up, get it, or catch the wood on fire. Throw that in just a little fire. The flame's gonna grab a hold of that. Next thing you know, the whole thing's burning. So let's see if we can split this. I think you can see me there. I don't know if this is big enough to get through there or not. See, my knife is plenty long enough to do so. Now I have some other videos on here where I tested out the Mooer Bushcraft Black, and I was just doing that. I don't have really a big enough piece of wood to beat through here, but yeah, I could wedge this or something, but anyway. Go from the other side. And I beat the living hell out of that Mooer Bushcraft Black. And it passed the test as far as I'm concerned. I was just trying to beat the hell out of it. This here, this is definitely not as robust as a Mooer Bushcraft Black. But still, I like the 18th century look, the feel of it, and it's a real nice knife. Real nice knife. So you can see here, I'm cutting, you know, just doing what if I need to whittle something, or there you go. And really, that's based on the softness of the wood, the sharpness of the knife, for the most part. Here's a piece of sassafras. If I can get a point on this, no problem here. See, now I can throw a hot dog or a hamburger or something on there, a squirrel, cook it up. But anyway, so Jeff White 18th century trade knife. Price point on this is about 40 bucks. I got it from the Pathfinder school, or the Pathfinder store, whatever it is called, Self-Reliance, whatever. I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I bought several things off of there. Good delivery, and they treat you right, whatnot. But anyway, overall, this knife for me is a very good knife. Now, if this was the only knife that I had, or I mean, if I had to choose one knife to take, I wouldn't take, this would not be it. However, I do have additional cutting tools as well. I have a Leatherman Surge on my side. I also have a Bahco Laplander saw, so if I need to process wood down, I have no doubt that this can serve that purpose. Definitely taking care of game, skinning, butchering. You know, not real big boned, you know, cutting through bones or stuff like that, but you could get into the joints and separate the bone if you needed to. But like on any kind of small game, squirrel, rabbit, coon, possum, blah blah blah, etc., no problem at all. So I'll give this knife here 7 stars out of 10 because it stays sharp, holds an edge real well. It's carbon steel. It's pinned 3 times, full tang. So I mean, I think it'd take a lot of abuse. You know, you get it in there and start prying around with it, it possibly could break or bend. But other than that, for your straight up game preparation and butchering and skinning and basic camp chores like feather sticks, cutting cordage, things like that, no problem at all. All right, so stay with me, guys. I'll be back with you in just a second. Let me set the camera up for a couple different other things, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, Ed back with you, top of the line training. I just want to show you real quick. I got the ferro rod out and scraping it with the using it with the Jeff White trade knife. You can definitely get sparks. I don't know if you can see those or not. I think you can. I can see them. But notice it, not very many. And might have to buff up that, grind that edge here a little bit, but looks damn 90 degrees to me. But you can get them. If you had it going in your tin, char tin, you'd be able to get something going with it. Just might take you a few more strokes with it. And the ferro rod's bare there. Negative side of the Jeff White trade knife is it doesn't come with a sheath. You have to buy that. The knife itself is 40 bucks, I believe, $39.99, 40 bucks. And then the sheath, I believe, is 30 bucks. So you're talking about a $70 setup. I did not buy the sheath. I was going to make my own, and I think I'm still may try to do that. But what I did was I have a Condor Forrest Kephart knife as well, and it fits right down in. This is the Forrest Kephart sheath that that came with the Forged Kephart knife, and fits right down in there. So it works out. I got a sail needle taped on there. Not really any room on the back to tape it on, so I put it on the front. No big deal. Not trying to win any style contests or anything like that. But anyway, just wanted to show again the Jeff White trade knife, do a review on it. Like I said, I give it about 7 stars. Hold on a second, let me dump this ferro rod. Okay, give it about 7 stars. I really like it a lot. Nice lightweight, more like a butcher knife, but I'll say a robust butcher knife. I want to say the blade's about 4.5 inches, maybe, probably about 4.5 inches, somewhere in that range. Full tang again, 3-pin handle. Handles curly maple. So for 40 bucks though, I don't think you can beat it. If you're on a budget, if I had to, I'd buy Bushcraft Black. If that's, I think those are about 45, 50 bucks. But for 40 bucks, and if you're staying in the 18th century long hunter mode, if you will, real nice knife. Real nice knife. Holds an edge real nice. You can get sparks with it, but it's tough. I tried the flint as well with it. Very hard to get it, but anyway, this is Ed, Top of the Line Training, reviewing the Jeff White 18th century style knife. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe. Please also give me a thumbs up there at the bottom, like the video, and I'll be back with more videos as soon as I can. I really appreciate your viewing, your subscription, and your support. This is Ed, Top of the Line Training.